No, I don't mind. Yeah.
Adnan,
Yeah.
I want
So-
to say, but you're leading them astray. About history.
Why are you saying no?
We are talking about history. I watch you on.
Why are you saying no? I know
about
this.
history.
I know
that
this
the
man before
Muslims
you.
were the first people to
I
allow
know
the
him
Jews
before
to
you.
enter.
Sorry.
You were
I
saying-
can't. No. Can you please? They're asking me questions. They're interested in their questions. Yeah.
And
No,
you've
there
been
was a-
avoiding
no, no, I don't
debating me for such a long time.
Why would I avoid you?
No, there
I
was
don't
a-
even know you. Who are you?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've seen you around, but I don't know
No,
who
you
you
have
are.
seen me.
Wallahi, I don't know what your name is. Who are you?
This guy. I don't. Adnan.
What do you mean this guy?
Adnan.
Was I born
Adnan, were you
with a
on the
list
big-
of names?
were you on the big questions?
Wait, brother.
I was sitting right
No, my
next to
question
you.
is-
Yeah.
Anyway,
What's your question?
so-
Wait. Don't be impolite. I was already here with these guys. They're asking me questions.
go.
You can't just.
I'll
You can
go.
go. Okay, your
So you're
question.
saying
Your
you're
question.
afraid
I'm
to
asking his
debate.
question.
You're afraid to
Yeah, I'm very afraid. I'm
Yeah,
shivering.
Okay, that's it.
You can see my pants are
No,
shivering.
that's
Yeah,
it.
go on. Yeah.
No problem.
No, there was a video.
What is supposed to be a warrior?
No, don't worry. He's
What is
gonna go.
supposed to be
He's
a
gonna go.
warrior?
Yeah.
He's
You
not
said the
showing any-
Muslims.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Muslims were the first people to allow the Jews to enter Jerusalem.
Muslims are the first people.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
No, he doesn't want to be filmed. Yeah.
Yeah, you said I saw you on one of your videos that the Muslims were the first people to allow the Jews to enter Israel.
Yeah, true.
No,
Historically, yes.
No, no.
After the diaspora.
no. Because
So you teach me then. Go and teach me. I'm gonna learn from you. Yeah.
Julian the apostate,
Sorry.
Julian the Byzantine Roman Emperor,
Okay.
in 361 to 360 was the first
Yeah.
to allow them to enter Jerusalem.
And then what happened to them? Then
no,
what?
they were the first. No, what happened there?
No, you just made a claim, a very good claim.
Yeah, they were the first.
Julian the apostate allowed them in. What happened to them then?
No,
No, what do you mean no? Why are you
I
saying
said-
no?
I said they were
No,
the
I want
first.
to know what happened to
I
them.
said they were the first.
Okay,
to
no,
allow
then
them
what
to
happened to
enter.
them?
What happened to which
Yeah,
one? I don't
no.
want to be free.
After Julian, who came to power?
Huh?
After Julian, who came?
Julian
Yeah.
was the first to allow them to go. It's not the Muslims.
Listen to me.
That's what I want to know.
Okay, how long did Julian rule for?
From 361
Yeah.
to 363 for 2.5 years.
Okay. So let's say, well, brother, no, relax. You're being indecent now. Okay. Yeah. So Julian ruled for 2 years. You're claiming he let them in.
You are the first. You are the
Okay.
first to allow them.
So who came to power after Julian?
After Julian was the second.
And then
No, I mean the
no,
second.
and then
Theodore the second.
what happened to Valens?
No, wait. Not the violence and all this. I can
Oh, well,
give you.
okay, wait.
I can give you. I said the first.
So what happened to the Jewish people after Julian died?
They were expelled again.
Huh?
They were expelled by the.
Thank
And
you.
Second, by the
So when I say the Muslims allowed the Jewish people to come in,
No, you said the first. You said the first.
wait.
But Muslims are not been
So you agree?
Muslims have not been informed by that time.
What is my point when I say this? My point when I say this is that the Christians persecuted the Jewish people to the extent that they did not allow. First the Romans were pagans. The Romans.
No, pagan.
They
The
were-
Byzantine Romans, Christians.
Brother, please, man. Please. I have a master's in history. Please have some respect. I've studied. And I'm not arrogant. But please have some respect.
Yeah.
Okay. At least give me that much respect that this guy has been to school and he knows how to read ABCD. Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay. So Romans were pagans.
They were not pagans. Romans were
Was
not
Hadrian a
pagans.
pagan? Hadrian.
Hadrian.
Was he a pagan?
No. He was emperor. He was not a pagan.
What was he then? What
was an
religion?
emperor.
What Roman religion did he follow? Hadrian.
The Romans have got religions. No, I'm asking. I don't know. Hadrian was not a pagan.
If you don't know, you don't know.
So the Romans, Hadrian in particular, in 132 CE, he leveled the city of Jerusalem. He razed it to the ground, and the Jewish people were banished on pain of death, never to return. And then the Christians came after Constantine's conversion. The Christians continued the policy of persecution. They said Jewish people cannot come back. They killed God. They killed our God. Okay, so they can't come back. Okay, and then how were the Jewish people reintroduced to the land of Palestine? Okay, to be there, to flourish, and to live there in peace it was under the rule of Islam.
No.
When
No, the first one, calm down.
Relax.
I said the first, you create.
do you understand my point?
No, calm down.
No, what's my point first? Relax. What is my point?
You said that
Yeah.
the Muslims were the first people
Yeah.
to allow the Jews to come
What
there.
do I mean by that? Did I just explain? What do I mean by
I
that?
said no, it's not the Muslims were the first. The Byzantine Roman Emperor Julian was the first to allow them to come there.
Okay,
Followed by Theodosius II,
right.
by the Sasanian king,
Okay.
Koso Pavis, before the Muslims came in.
Yeah.
So the Muslims were not the first to allow the Jews to come there.
So Khosrow brought them in,
The third time, yeah.
right?
Before
And
the
then what
Muslims-
happened? Then what happened?
Before the Muslims came
Then
in.
what happened?
Then
You know
before
this.
the Muslims came in.
No. Then what happened to the Jewish people? What happened to the Jewish people?
I say, no.
No. Relax. Khosrow brought them in.
Yes.
You're still missing the point. I know all these things, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, relax.
But what do you
Relax.
say the Muslims were the
You
first?
just okay.
No, what
If
do you say the
you're
Muslims
just
were the
here to
first?
put me down, that you don't know anything. You are ignorant.
come
Okay.
on, come
Does
on.
that make you happy?
Huh?
Does that
No,
make you happy?
I don't want to be free.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but you said the Muslims were
Okay.
the first.
Okay. Do you understand my point when I say Muslims were the first people who allowed the Jewish people in to flourish?
No,
you know
you
what
said
that means?
to come to Jerusalem. That's what you said.
Okay. What did I just explain? What I mean by
No, you
that?
said to come to Jerusalem.
Okay, that's
Not
fine.
to-
No
that's-
problem. So are you? Do you understand me now?
No.
No, you don't. Still don't understand. No problem. No
No,
problem.
the
Okay,
Muslims
play.
were-
Bring him. Bring him.
The Muslims were not the first.
Thank you. I've answered you.
No,
No
the
problem.
Muslims were not the first.
Is it allowed? I just wanted to ask you a couple questions.
The
That's
Muslims
all
were
right.
not the
Is that all
first.
right?
Yeah. Go on.
Just
Are
in
you
the
Muslim?
con- Yeah, I'm Muslim.
During the
Yeah.
apostate,
Just in the
followed
context.
by Byzantine Roman Emperor Theodosius.
We got your point. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So do you know
So
that
is-
no, it's not true?
Yeah. So you
are
don't
not-
understand. You don't
you're not a
understand.
historian
So you
now.
don't understand.
You're not a
me.
historian
Okay,
now.
no problem.
You're not a
So
historian
you can go to the University of London. Wait.
They
Those
teach
who gave
rubbish.
me.
They
Those who
teach
gave.
rubbish there.
Listen.
You have been to Cambridge, but they taught you wrong.
Okay.
You have been to Cambridge, but they taught you
Adnan, the
wrong.
Qadiani really love you.
Yeah. Bring him.
You can't say the Muslims.
running
It
away
is the
from
Sasanian
Is it all
Empire.
right? Just have a
Nabi
couple
चित्राल
questions.
करती थी
अच्छा।
तो मैं खड़ोता वहाँ
हाँ ले
It's all right.
अच्छा वो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਨਸ ਗਿਆ जरा साइड पे हो जाओ अनुमान पे फिर आ जाइए
What the first?
it's all right.
The last
Yeah, bring him.
If it's all right,
the Sasanian was the last.
Thank you for proving that I'm ignorant.
Either you are
I'm
wrong.
not a
You are wrong, so
historian.
don't
I don't know
teach
anything.
that,
No
yeah.
problem.
Going
It's
to
all right. I
Cambridge
literally have
is
two
a
questions
failure.
before we do it.
Being
Is
to
that all right?
Cambridge is nothing.
Thank you.
They taught you wrong.
That's it. Point made. You proved it. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
proved
Thank
it,
you.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
now you're
just a
not a
couple of facts
historian
that I
now.
came to know recently, and I was a bit
You're not a
surprised that
historian.
it was the first time that I've heard this. In the context of
Brother, you're making noise again. We got your point, man. I'm not a historian. Class. Thank you.
Put it on history.
Thank you. Yeah.
in the context of what you were talking with the Christian guy,
So
where he
going
was
to-
talking.
Thank you.
You are not a Cambridge historian. You are not.
Thank you.
You are not a Cambridge.
In the context of he was saying, why do you use a corrupt book for prophecy
And I
in
want to
regards
buy
to the
your
Bible?
book.
And I
Yeah.
came to know a couple of facts
I want to
recently,
buy
and I
one
was a
of
bit
your
surprised that I haven't heard them before.
Yeah, you
The
go to-
first one is that in the New Testament, in the book of
I
Jude,
want to buy
it uses a prophecy from an apocryphal Bible book.
Yeah.
So in the New Testament, we have an example of a prophecy being used from an apocryphal account, which sort of goes with our methodology, which is even though it's a corrupt book, when we see remnants of truth, we are able to recognize it because a prophecy comes. That's we can recognize prophecy. So we have. I was a bit just surprised. Why is it? If it's a flaw, is it flawed to point this out to the Christians to show that even in the New Testament, this methodology is not a flawed methodology? Just even though you acknowledge it's a corrupt book,
Yeah.
but at the same time, if it's a prophecy, we can clearly point it out.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Or is it?
No, you're right. If there's a prophecy, you see, when they say it's apocryphal,
Yeah.
they say it because they have a standard to canonize texts.
Yeah.
And their standard is not necessarily correct.
Yes.
Their standard is not necessarily unbiased, because their scholars are telling us how did they actually canonize gospels or books, authoritative books. So they had a criteria. The criteria was that the books they choose to be scripture or canonized have to align with their doctrine or align with their beliefs.
Okay.
If a particular text, however authoritative, however ancient, contradicts their beliefs, it cannot be canonized,
it's not
canonical.
about historicity then?
Yeah, it's so when they say a book is apocryphal, we don't have to accept it. If it's about Jesus, it gives you a story of Jesus.
Yeah.
And it's not found in the canonical gospels, so-called canonical gospels.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that story is untrue or incorrect.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, because what I was surprised is why we don't point this out more, The other thing I saw...
We do, we do.
We do?
We have
Okay,
been
maybe I
we
haven't
have
seen
been pointing out to the Christians that what you call apocryphal gospels are not necessarily fake or unauthorized, because a church father, let's say in the the shayateen are out. Okay, so these people, they are sick in the head. Some of these people you see in the park here, they scream and shout. They think by screaming and shouting they're going to suppress the voice of Islam. Because they have completely run out of arguments. For the last 20, 30 years they've been here, and the arguments have been shattered to pieces, and they are completely hopeless now to win in debates. So what they do is they come and do this: heckling, shouting, screaming, just poking, and try to, score points. And this is